Hey, Ron here. One of the questions that people come up with is how do you deal with a vertical market like this here? Do you just stay long forever, or is there a point where you take profits, or since it is so incredibly vertical and risky, uh, buy just a little bit of options on the reversal side? Well, here's a technique you can use. What you do is you find the previous highs in here, okay? And so you take the previous highs, and that's your center line. Okay, so um, so you take this point here, boom. So here's your center line, and here's your action, and here's your reaction. Now Andrews used this in his expanded material, but he never wrote about it, which I found very curious. He used it in the early 70s, and that's where the really interesting things are that he did. And he used it to project moves far out into the future. And this is what he did. Let's take another example of this. Silver's been going fairly crazy lately. Or let's see if oil has this. No, oil's not vertical yet. Okay, silver's nice and nuts. There we go. Here I drew it over in the silver. Here's our poorly drawn center line. So here's our center line. And sometimes these can be a little rough. They're not so exact. Remember, we're looking to take some huge profits up here and mainly keep the profits, because when in this area up here, the volatility can just go wacko. Okay, so once again, you take the prior highs. If you have a nice little high like this one here, that's kind of neat. You can use that along the way. If you don't, you just use the other highs. Okay, so here you have your nice little center line, bop and bop. And see, what gives you the clue that you really want to draw these is when you see that prices are going vertical. It's one thing to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 higher closes, which is crazy, very unusual. But it's another thing to just go vertical, and going vertical can be rather risky. So for anybody who wants to keep their money, so to speak, and that's why if you have a long position and you want to lock in profits, you can get out, you can sell options against it, or whatever you choose. So that's something to consider. I call this the Christmas action reaction, because this, and the reminder is that this up move here is so vertical, it looks like the top of a Christmas tree, and we need to remember what that looks like, because that does come down, and when it comes down, it looks pretty ugly. All right, thank you for your time. See you next time.